Rumblings in South Africa's political corridors culminated in ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula's shocking declaration. Before we continue, please kindly hit on the subscribe button. The national executive of the ANC, led by Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa, is scheduled to be unveiled today at 9 p.m. The nation's long-standing political tensions and differing opinions have been highlighted by the outpouring of emotions to this discovery. Social media exploded with a combination of dismay and fury as the news spread. One angry individual said, "You've sold out. This is not what revolutionaries fought for. Their deaths were not for this. The ANC will be fortunate to get 30% by 2029. There is a tangible feeling of betrayal among many, which is indicative of a larger dissatisfaction within the ANC's traditional base of support." Another critic fueled the flames by saying, "This marriage with the DA will be the burial of the ANC. Whatever happens in the next 5 years, the ANC's conceit in refusing to collaborate with MK and the EFF will undoubtedly come back to haunt you. The greatest degree of sellout is this one." The charge is unmistakable. The ANC's present approach is seen as a foolish political risk and a betrayal of its revolutionary past. This is a high-stakes game that might completely change the course of South African politics, not just a political maneuver. While some see the collaboration with the DA as a practical step toward stabilizing the government, others see it as a betrayal of the fundamental principles of the ANC. The choice to reject collaborations with the EFF or MK highlights a dramatic ideological turn that many fear would polarize the party's supporters. Regarding opinions, the ANC's present course begs concerns regarding its future. Will the ANC's partnership with the DA result in the much-needed stability, or will it mark the end of an era? Opponents contend that the party made a serious error by refusing to work with traditionally affiliated parties like the EFF or MK, one that might result in a disastrous election outcome in the years to come. Supporters of the action, however, contend that it is an essential development and a step in the direction of a more effective and inclusive government style. Unquestionably, South Africa's political climate is changing, and tonight's statement may mark a turning point in this process. The country waits anxiously, the air heavy with uncertainty and expectation as the clock approaches 9 o'clock at night. Once more is reference to the GNU or Government of National Unity. According to Julius Malema, the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, the present generation cannot participate in the betrayal of previous generations. On Sunday, June 30th, President Cyril Ramaphosa was scheduled to unveil his multi-party national executive, which is when Malema made this statement. With the formation of the GNU by the African National Congress, ANC, 8 other groups, and the Democratic Alliance, DA, South Africa's main opponent, a new era was ushered in. Ramaphosa faced up against Malema in the National Assembly's first session as the candidate for president. 289 members of parliament voted in favor of Ramaphosa, compared to 44 who supported Malema. Malema said after the announcement that they ran to show South Africa that the EFF is opposed to this convenient marriage that aims to consolidate the white monopoly power over the economy and the means of production. "We won't give up. We will not be doing so today, just as we never did when we were younger. They don't have a history of working together, according to Juju. We will see to it that this parliament runs smoothly. We promise not to engage in physical altercations with any bouncers. We will, on the other hand, provide the strongest and most formidable resistance to make sure that the DA and you, Ramaphosa, are held responsible." Malema went to X to declare that the streets are calling after the multi-party cabinet announcement was delayed. "Picket lines are a part of the political theater. The streets are beckoning." He said on X that our generation can't be a part of the betrayal of generations before us, now or never. In the meanwhile, EFF Secretary-General Marshall Dlamini wrote to ANC SG Fikile Mbalula on Saturday, suggesting a settlement that would be exclusive of the DA and Freedom Front Plus. Dlamini said in a letter dated June 29th that they are unwilling to collaborate with the DA and FF Plus because they oppose equitable redistribution and affirmative action as means of addressing the colonial and apartheid land regimes, as well as the expropriation of land without compensation. Furthermore, rather than the ANC's statement of intent that the GNU partners had approved, the EFF suggested a new agreement or statement of intent, between the EFF and the ANC. The party said that they basically make a deal with the African National Congress, ANC, as the head of state and not